Let's talk about the types of agencies that we're going to see on the national test. 4 different types of agency, and misnomer, 3 different types of agency and 1 type facilitation, which isn't really agency because it's not representation. But let's go through these. There's buyer agency and seller agency. Pretty clear cut, pretty direct. There's also dual agency. Now you should know not all states allow dual agency. In a single agency state, you can either represent buyers or the brokerage can represent sellers, but the brokerage can't represent both buyers and sellers unless that state allows dual agency. So many states are single agency states. Some brokers will be set up only to work with buyers. There'll be another brokerage set up that only works with sellers. Now, some states do allow dual agency. Quite frankly, I'm up here in Minnesota. We, as a state, allow dual agency. There are some states that think we're absolutely crazy to allow dual agency, because how can you represent both parties to one transaction? Because think about that scenario. If a seller lists their house with a broker and a buyer lists their house, or a buyer signs an agreement with that same broker, and that buyer wants to buy that seller's house, then the broker is representing both parties. And that's dual agency. So here's some things I want you to make a note of. Is dual agency a conflict of interest? Yes, absolutely. That might show up on the test. It is a legalized conflict of interest in those states that allow dual agency. What's the other impact of dual agency? Dual agency allows only for limited representation to either party. You can't give your full representation. You can't disclose things you know about one side versus the other. So dual agency clearly is a conflict of interest, and it allows only for some limited representation to the 2 parties involved. Now, the 4th type of agency here, which again is really non-agency, is facilitation. That's what you might do with a consumer or a customer. You can help them without representing them. Some states allow that, some states don't. I think a lot of states allow it. However, you may have some issues getting paid if you don't have any kind of a representation agreement and a commission agreement with somebody that you're a facilitator for.